What's up, fam? Monday morning. Mondays we talk about what do we talk about? Talk about mission. Monday mission, get those trendy words out there. Mission Mondays. We must show some respect. Fuck. Man, I can't believe I just went double six shooter on you guys, but that's how you gotta do it sometimes. I think I got an eyelash. Great. Awesome. Okay. So, mission. All right. So I'm sitting, I just left. Actually, I just ditched class. All right. So I just ditched class and I was dating this girl at the time. This is in high school. And I got her to meet me in the parking lot. We hopped in my car. We take that little 10-minute drive to Edmonds Beach. We find a log to sit on. We're sitting there, and I'm pretty quiet. I really didn't speak much then, even when just like thinking all the time. So really not different from now. And then she asked me, she goes, because I asked her, I go, what do you want out of life? And she goes, I don't know. She goes, I just want to go, she was really smart. She's like, she was getting into University of Washington. She's going to do this, that, and the other. And I was like, oh, wow, awesome. She's like, well, what do you want? And I was watching a lot of Scarface at the time. I was like, I want the world and everything in it. And I'm just like, as we drove down there in her car, I'm talking about how I want the world at 17. But when I'm reflecting back on that silly little moment, what I meant was, and later had a conversation with God about it, was I wanted to experience everything the world had to offer. I wanted to experience the good, the bad. I wanted to know if difficult times came, I wanted them all to come because I wanted to know about them. Right? I mean, this is like in the context of, at the time, I was in Washington State going to Edmonds Woodway High School. So, I mean, things were pretty chill. There was no, nothing really terrible going on other than, not being able to drive anywhere. I was working on it. I had a job, so that was good. But yeah, and I was thinking about that, and just this silly little memory popped into my head, and I started laughing about it, and I was thinking about it this AM. So, I mean, I knew what I was saying, but I was quoting Tony Montana like I knew what the hell I was talking about, all right? I didn't, okay? Okay? But my point is if, like, when you ask the world for something like that, right? You ask the world, you ask God, you ask whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, and you want to experience life without any kind of buffer, right? I've never wanted a buffer. I've never wanted to, because then I always wanted it to experience in the most authentic way, have the full version of whatever. If it was right, if it was war, I'm like, let's go all out, because I want to know it. I want to know it deeply. I want to know if it's fear, then I want to know why I'm afraid. I want to understand it completely. And a lot of that comes down to what? Because it would tell you, the reason that was important to me, even at a young age, it was important to me. It was because I wanted to know if I had what it takes, and I needed to know if I had what it takes. And whatever, to survive it, to thrive in that environment, to get through it, it was important. It was important to me. And, a lot of that, when I started asking myself questions like that, that was when those hard questions come up, that's when things really started to change and how I wanted to experience the world. And that was a big reason as well, why I joined the Marines. I just had to know. I had to know. Huge thing just happened, right? Like in the context, like not, because that was my senior year when this little memory, this little escape from class happened with this girl I had a crush on. And then when that happened, same year, 9/11 happened. And then to me, I was like, oh, well, this is that opportunity. That's what I saw. I mean, it was a terrible event, but at 17, I'm like, immediately, I'm like, oh, America's going to war. Well, I want to know what war is. It's that simple. I wanted to know what war was. I didn't want to read about it in a book. I didn't want to watch movies and be like, wow, that's crazy. I wanted to see that shit. I wanted to smell it. I wanted to experience it. I wanted to be afraid. I wanted to know when does courage come into play? What is fear like that? What is, why do men laugh when they almost died? Like what is that about? And once you know these types of things about yourself, you see things, man, so differently, and you would never give up those experiences ever. Because you're just, you know yourself so well that if you'd almost be like, you don't carry them like a badge of honor. You carry them kind of like they're just a good reminder of the shit you're capable, the shit you're capable of doing and getting through. And so when you see a hardship or you're about to experience one or walk into one voluntarily, keep in mind, it'll pass, but keep your head on straight. Like, focus on each moment and don't worry about the outcome and don't worry about the past and how good you had it before. That shit is gone. It doesn't matter. It's gone. It's like dead weight. You're just dragging it around with you while you're in the present moment and you're not fully there, experiencing things and seeing things and feeling things. You're just like, you're like, your volume's like at a 5 when it could be at a 10 for awareness, right? Like the gauge. So be present in what's going on. Be aware. Seek out those hard trials, man. Don't shy away from them. It's like that Rumi quote, which, man, Rumi's my dude. I mean, even some of his quotes I'm like a little sketched out about. They're not all, I don't agree with any great philosopher 100%. I mean, who does? I don't agree with a lot of authors 100%. Even some of my best friends, I don't agree with all their opinions 100%. But that's just, I mean, if you did and you didn't think for yourself, I mean, you're kind of an asshole. So, but when you're going into some hard times, just kind of embrace them. And then the quote I was talking about was this: the cure for pain is in the pain. That's the Rumi quote. That's my favorite one. The cure for pain is in the pain. Meaning the thing that is probably the most painful for you to do, the most frightening, the most whatever the fuck it is, right? That is just, you're just like, oh shit, I do not want to go through this shit. It's probably the exact thing that you need to go through. It's probably the exact thing you need to face. It's the exact thing you need to have a conversation about. It's the exact thing you need to suffer through. Because you'll fucking come out the other side like a fucking savage with the confidence of fucking Alexander the Great, talking about you just conquered some shit. That's it. That's all I got. Enjoy your Monday. Wash your damn hands. Do good things.